social stuff is critically important, and here's a little bit of a teaser. One of the things on the scope for the October expansion is a little bit of a rework to guild stuff. I don't mean to tease too much of the future, but an example of what we're looking into might be guild hideouts, and so that's an example of the type of stuff we're exploring because social is important to us. More information about that later, but we do critically believe.
Welcome, it's your friendly neighborhood Badger here, and I'm back for another video. This time we're talking about Chris Wilson again. 2 videos in a row featuring Chris Wilson in a Badger video. And today I'm actually talking about Allcraft, which is a podcast held by Asmongold and RichWCampbell on Asmon's channel. And today they had Chris on in a really good interview. The first thing I'm going to say, if you have not watched the interview, just head down below. I've got a VOD of Asmongold, basically the VOD there, the highlight clip, the VOD of this podcast. Definitely go and watch that. The whole thing is absolutely amazing. It's really good. There's so much awesome info that Chris has talked about, but also it's really transparent in what Chris is saying. All of the inspirations about Path of Exile, decisions made behind nerfs and buffs and all this kind of stuff that's been coming through, and some really good questions coming out of Asmongold and Rich as well as the community, and a lot of funny bits in there as well. But the big thing that I want to actually mention right now is that Chris kind of confirmed some guild changes coming in 3.16, maybe 3.17, I can't remember what he said again, but there's guild changes coming. More specifically, potentially, guild hideouts. Now, this is going to be really good to bring more of a social aspect into Path of Exile. For a long time, guilds have kind of been a little bit of an addition that happened to Path of Exile, and then they haven't really been thought about at all anymore. And I think to really bring Path of Exile up into more of a social game than it is right now, because let's be honest, some people play together, but mostly it's best to just play by yourself in Path of Exile. Having like a guild hub where you and your guild can jump into, you can be like, hey guys, I've just come out of this map, or let's do a guild trade or something like that in this cool guild hideout that you could potentially design. You can have someone in your hideout who is the guild hideout designer, designing your hideout, or that kind of stuff. That'd be really cool. But I'm really excited for that. Some other important things talked about in the Allcraft were definitely a lot of the decisions, as I did say before, definitely a lot of the decisions behind many of the nerfs coming through. And Chris did mention quite a few times in different interviews, and especially this interview, that their kind of success formula, their success drive isn't driven by the money and the all-time high players. They're very much driven by their own enjoyment of the video game they're making. So whether this means that, you specifically aren't enjoying the way that Path of Exile is going, Path of Exile and GGG employees, they want to make a game that they are proud of. And just buffing numbers and buffing everything, Chris did mention this, just buffing everything would potentially mean that they would have the absolute most player numbers ever, but they wouldn't necessarily be happy about that. They want to make a game that they are happy with. And from what Chris has been saying, they're really happy with this patch. So I'm going to try it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. Definitely go watch the VOD. That's all I really have to say in this very short little video here. So thank you so much for watching, everyone. Yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Catch you guys on League Start over at twitch.tv/thisisbadger. Going to be playing Poison Blade Traps. It's either going to be the best thing I've ever played, or I'm going to be re-rolling 8 hours in, so we'll see. Thanks for coming, guys, and as always, Badger, out.